The Johnny Depp-Amber Heard trial was a pop culture obsession. Saudi trolls may have had a hand in that. As far as celebrity court battles go, the 6-week legal row in 2022 between Hollywood superstar Johnny Depp and his ex-wife, actress Amber Heard, was a pop culture juggernaut reminiscent of the O.J. Simpson murder trial in the 1990s. The trial, held in a Virginia courtroom, centered on dueling defamation claims from both parties, stemming from allegations of domestic abuse in their relationship. Like the Simpson trial, when the former NFL star was acquitted of the 1994 murders of his ex-wife and her friend, Depp v. Heard offered fodder for cable news channels and tabloids alike. But what set the Depp-Heard case apart is something that didn't exist during Simpson's trial: the powerful and far-reaching influence of social media. A new podcast investigates whether the hype and opinions surrounding the case may have been orchestrated, in part, by Saudi Arabia-backed online trolls and bots to discredit and vilify Heard. Such an influence campaign may have swayed public opinion and possibly the fairness of the trial. But not only that, it may also be a warning ahead of the dozens of elections worldwide set for this year, said Alexi Mostras, the investigative journalist behind the podcast Who Trolled Amber, made with producer Xavier Greenwood and released by London-based Tortoise Media. Hypothetically, if these people's opinions had been kind of somehow manipulated, then that definitely has wider ramifications, Mostras said in an interview this week with CBC Listen's Front Burner. Mostras spoke with trial experts, disinformation analysts, and a former Canadian spy named Daniel Mackey, who spotted something suspicious about the flurry of trolling early on. Mackey told him it looked like a coordinated effort on Twitter, now known as X. "There is no fucking way that was all organic," Mackey said in the first episode of Who Trolled Amber, which was released on Feb. 26. Mostras told Front Burner host James Poisson that pro-Depp and anti-Heard posts began many months before the start of the U.S. trial and after Depp lost a 2020 libel trial in the UK against the parent company of The Sun, a tabloid newspaper, over an article referring to him as a wife-beater. Depp has never been charged in connection with the alleged abuse of Heard. He has also accused her of domestic violence. There was real-world derision of Heard during the U.S. trial. Joe Rogan, for example, referred to her as manipulative and full of shit on his highly popular podcast. But social media was the driving force in turning public opinion against the Aquaman actress and possibly even the outcome of the trial itself, Mostras suggested, noting that the jury hadn't been sequestered. Working with researchers to comb through about 1 million tweets sent in the lead-up to the U.S. trial, Mostras said they found an authentic activity from accounts operating in far-flung countries like Thailand and Spain. Many of them appeared to belong to fans who would post about all things Depp, or how much they hated Heard. Individual posts would be shared thousands of times. The red flag, he said, was that there would be very few replies to those posts. "No one does a tweet that is retweeted 25,000 times with only 3 people replying to it," he said. Mostras took a deep dive using the Wayback Machine, a digital archive of the internet, and found some of those same accounts had deleted hundreds of posts before 2022 that had nothing to do with Depp or Heard.